popped up there because obviously I can see him on the spectrum scope. He'd have to be completely blind. He's at the best he's taking up about 10k of the band. What concerns me is he probably doesn't even know Davey over.
Well, this is quite often the case. So, you know, do you think somebody should maybe go and say hello and say, oh, yeah, you're being heard about 10 up and 10 down from your band centre? What do you think his reaction would be?
Well, well, hopefully a nice one. But I wouldn't be surprised if the reaction was, well, get yourself a decent receiver. I guess that'll be the reaction, Davey, ever.
I think that's more likely to be the reaction for sure, Steve.
Yeah, it's more in the case. I mean, there's three of us using totally different pieces of equipment, and we can all see the same. So I don't think all our receivers are crap, Davey, ever.
No, I don't see him now. He's maybe somebody has mentioned him. I would have thought somebody in the group might have mentioned. Anyway, I hope everybody's well apart from the splatter. And I wonder what the weather's like today. It's getting windier as we speak here at the moment. It wasn't too bad this morning. I was expecting it to be worse. But there's been a fair bit of rain as well. But the wind was sub 50 this morning, but it's gone up to plus 50 pluses now, and I think that's us for the rest of the day. But it looks like it's just rain coming with it and not snow at the moment. But it looks like Friday's maybe going to get a little bit wintry with us. I'll put it back round to you, to Sean. G0OOQ in the group M0AOV.
Yeah, G0OOQ. I think the guy's cleared, but somebody on my band scope, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 kcs above us now. He's as clean as a whistle, but I pity him. And the guy above him starts up with strikey. That was one hell of a... I heard him last week, and I know somebody said a few things. I'm sure they did. But I think we should keep our mouths shut, because if we say too much, that radio is going to end up on one of the selling pages, and some poor sucker's going to buy it over.
Yeah, that's the problem. Do you think it's the radio or the amp?
Well, I personally think it's the amp. It's funny, isn't it? These band scopes are. I know some people don't like them, but they just alert you straight away, don't they? It's like there's incoming missiles coming at you, and you can see it. You think, "Oh, what's that?" And you just look on the scope, and it's just there above you, Davey.
Yeah, it's funny because I was actually sitting on the frequency because you could text me and with a comment, not about that, but it's about something else, and I went to have a listen, and then this signal came up, and immediately I looked at the scope because I heard it. You know, you just know when you hear a signal that it's dirty, don't you? You get that scratchy, horrible audio with it as well. And I immediately turned to look at the band scope, and I thought, I'm there. So I went up, and I could hear a QSO up, and I came down, and that's when I heard you guys. I was looking to see how far down it was going when I came across you. But no, I hope it's probably a homebrew amplifier. Made out there about 57 varieties, and it's a bit confusing. How do you see?
Yeah, okay then, Davey. Well, I don't know what he's using. I didn't even get a call sign. I was tempted to call in, but it would have been a random shot from the dark from me, I guess. So I didn't bother, like. But yeah, I think if I was doing that, I would want to be told. But I don't think I would there'd have to be something really crazy going on.
Yeah, the person they're talking about is
I always watch
G4 UPE,
and I can tell
the amplifier's FL7000. If it's right from what he says on there,
you try and contain,
so his signal is over 10k up and down, so about 20k altogether. So that was hilarious.
The bandpass filters
but
on this
what
thing
can you do?
They are literally brick wall. Obviously because of the direct sampling. You know, when I sort of chop something, I can literally, you know, it goes through it like an axe. It just gets rid of it. So I like to think that there's part of that within the transmit side of it. But I mean, come on, none of us are perfect, you know. But it's a bit worrying when it's going on and nobody. And he's been doing it before by the sounds of it. So I would say that he definitely could be classed as an artifact, David.
That's one word for it, Steve. I could call it something else, but no, your signal's really, really clean. It's one thing I do notice with your setup is that your top and bottom frequencies are like straight down, whereas you know, some of the analogues tend to be maybe a little bit feathered at the end, but not to that extent for sure. And I'm sure, you know, mine won't be straight up and down. I didn't actually look at Sean's, but you know, it's going to be pretty straight. I always think the time back with the analog ones, they get straight forward, and it seems to feather out a little bit at the bottom, but maybe that's just on the way it shows up on the analyzer and the spectrum. I don't know. I'll put it over to Sean and I'll have a look at this signal and see if it's doing the same. G0QQ in the group M0KBC SKA.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dave. Dave is really faded out to me. The band's obviously changing. No, I'm quite confident that there might be a touch of feathering on my transmission. I see it on most, but not on SDRs. Not on full SDRs, but I don't know. You'll get signals like we've just heard, and then people complain about when you go out at 3 or 4k, and I think, well, hang on a minute, there's a bit of a difference going on here. But no, I'd want to know. Another classic one on the band is, without mentioning call signs, but he puts out a cracking signal on 40 meters on his 9 watts, and I get lots of splatter off him, and I sort of think, you know, it's just defying science a little bit. But there you go. Round to you, Dave. I'm not sure if Dave is hearing me. M0AOV.
Well, that's 3.5k. There he was just on 3.5k. Let me just turn my audio down a bit. It's a little bit too hot on there. This mic. So 3.5k. Let's just get this audio correct. Yeah, 3.5k. I think let's just get this one. It's about 4k. So very good signals, and the audio is absolutely fantastic. So depends what you like to listen to yourself. Let's just turn the audio back up for you.
Yes, okay. So there's some can hear some voices in the house. Not really sure who that is or what that is. Anyway, good afternoon, Dave. Yeah, really good signal down to me today. A little bit noisy on here, but I think it's a lot of it's local. I think partly a little bit of a band noise, and partly a bit of man-made noise, you know, but it is what it is. Yeah, got you down. I can hear everybody quite good. But it's the nature of 40 metres, you know. It's good at 1 minute, and it's hasta la vista the next. But oh, interesting having a band scope, isn't it? You know, and you get these little things flaring up. But of course, my radio, as you all know, you know what it is. You know, but I've heard some people say, well, that radio you got there, Steve, it's not a proper radio. It's only a plastic radio. So, who am I to argue that? Anyway, once again, good afternoon, Dave, and I'll swing this one round to Dave. You go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. PQAP on both. Well, thanking everybody with that last one. Steve, you took it. And we also did John. With me a bit as well. Here in the last one. And I think John on the spectrum. Because the signal was that week when it flashed over. So I'll keep it short on maybe. If it's I'll clear off and you and John carry on, Steve. But see how it goes round in the next one. So about to push on. David's copy in the start team. Take it up. G0OOQ and the group M0KBT.
Yeah, G0OOQ. Well, you come up to 5 and 9 plus, Davey, and then you went back down again. It's purely the band. No, but that is quite funny. That was, I thought. The poor guy, he must know about that. He must know, because I'm sure people have said, and if he doesn't, he ought to, in a polite way. Dale has got a good way of telling people about their band's mess. I've heard him do it once or twice, and he's very, very diplomatic. But yeah, if I was producing masters like that, I would want to know. You don't mind a bit, do you? But not to that extent. Anyway, around to you, Dave. SKA, wondering what the weather's like. It's obviously raining and very, very windy, and not a nice day at all over.
No, it's miserable, Sean.
Sugar Tango 3-3, you're 5 and 7, 57 over.
Roger the 5 and 7, you're 5 and 9, 59.
Yeah, QSL 5 and 9. For attention to the net, we've got the mobile in Sugar Tango. Was it 3-3 over?
Yes, it was.
Okay, this is the WAB frequency on 40 metres, 7.160.
Yeah, Sugar Tango 3-3. Over to you, Esther.
Okay, Rob, 5-9.
Very active today.
GI0A 5 and 9 also, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, 5-7, Rob, 5-7, GW.
But 0 is very, very sharp. With Davey and yourself, Sean, it sort of tapers away. Where Steve's is straight down. So, but I mean, you know, there's no issues with your signals. You're not splattering or anything. It's just Steve is very sharp, and it's more noticeable at the top end. And I guess if you look at mine and then look at Steve's, you'll see the difference. But yeah, interesting, isn't it? But I saw that signal. I think it's the one you mentioned, Davey. And I don't know whether it was just too loud or what. I'm not sure. Oh well, there you go. But yeah, the weather's terrible, Sean. Over to you, Steve. G0OGS on your not proper radio, M0SKA. Only Joe.
Yeah, well, it's okay, Dave. No offence taken. What you need to understand that these were sold in Toys R Us, so we have to take that into consideration. Yeah, I'll tell you something that's happening here. My bandpass on my TX, obviously I can alter it at 1 hertz at a time. If you like cutting hairs or splitting hairs, this is a great device for doing that, and I played around with it for quite a period of time because I always had issues. Well, I thought my biggest issue was the bottom end, trying to control it. So I thought, well, what's the best way of doing it? I used to say to myself, and I always played between trying to do it RF wise or AF wise. But I'll tell you what I'm doing now. I'm transmitting from 10. This might explain what you said there, Dave. I'm actually transmitting from 10 hertz up to 3.3k. But interestingly enough, when I go into receive, the radio defaults 70 hertz. In other words, it starts listening from 70 hertz off the carrier. I mean, I can adjust it back, but it's like a default setting within the radio. It starts at 70, then obviously you can stretch it out or whatever. I think I'm listening at about 3.5 at the moment, and on my transmit I can see when I'm at about 3.3. So that might answer. That one. So yeah, we're transmitting from 10 to 3.3. So it's just one of the. That's why I like the SDR, because you've got total control of it, and you can make yourself a right nuisance with it. But that's not my intention. So there you go. Yeah, Davey, you came up to 5.9 plus. I'll concur with Sean. So I must remember to keep the hours short because of the nature of the band. Yeah, round to you, David.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. And yeah, we're just looking at your signal, Steve. And I can see it's cutting off straight at 3.3. And as Dave says, with our analog type signal, it does tend to fade out rather than just have a straight line at the top end. The bottom end is more of a straight line cut. At the top end is a definite straight line. And I can see that on certainly Dave's signal, and I'll put it on John's when I put it round to him. You come up to 59, Steve on the last one. Dave was 59, then dropped to 53, so it's just all over the place. Yeah, that M3 station that you're talking about, I mean, there's no way that's running 10 watts or 8 watts, whatever he says he's running. And you can have it, whatever kind of directional wire antenna he says he's got. There's no putting that amount of RF out with a bit of wire, that's for sure. Yeah, the one that changes the name. I know you use his initials sometimes, but it should be BJ. But anyway, we'll not go into that. Round to John, G0OOQ, M0KBK in the group.
Yeah, G0OOQ. Well, firstly, the signal traces, I've just zoomed in, I've pulled up at green, I rarely use that. And I'm looking at all of this, and yeah, Steve's signal, the low end, you can see it's more prominent, and that's a definite vertical line. But also the other end, it doesn't tail off like ours does. I'm going out at supposedly 50 to 3k, but like you, Davey, I know it's a little bit wider, but me, you and Dave, our signal doesn't look as sharp as Steve's on the high end, you know. But it is what it is, isn't it? We're pretty clean. Well, we are clean. I know we're clean, and I can sleep at night doing that. But the other chap, it's pretty. Well, it is bad because he's not intentionally going out wide. I think he's going out at less than 3k if you zoom in on his signal and look at it. But the emissions are just really, really bad. Oh yeah, and the other guy, I know he gets a bit of, he does get a bit of verbal abuse, but it is what it is. I think sometimes it's a difficult one, isn't it? But I'll see that signal on the band, and at times it's the only signal on the band, and obviously I've got my suspicions, you know, but it is what it is. And I get a lot of, it is not a clean signal for 8 or 9 watts or whatever. You can just tell. We weren't born yesterday, but there you go. It is what it is. It is what it is. Best of luck to him, but why would you not reinstate your original Class B call sign? Because then you could run the full legal limit. Why would you not reinstate it? Why would you sit an M3 when you've already got that under your belt? A bit like I don't know. It just doesn't stack up to me. Anyway, round to you, Dave, Mr. SKA G000Q Group.
Yeah, Davey's just messaged me. He's got somebody at the door, so he'll call back in. Yeah, well, it is what it is. And I noticed, I heard on 80 the other night, all I'm going to say is Pontefract. There was 2 of them back on the other night. Unbelievable. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't think I need to say anymore. But yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. But do you remember the guy? He was. I want to say Portsmouth, but it may not have been in Portsmouth. But he used to operate from a boat in a harbour. And he was one of the biggest signals on the band, and he was an M3. I can't remember his call. Now, I'm going back a number of years, but no, there was not a chance in hell he was running 10 watts. Do you remember the guy, Steve?
I don't think I do, Dave, to be honest. No, I don't think I do, but it's always interesting. I know from my brief experience, if you're you can normally tell by the audio. If the audio is strong and loud, it's normally because there's a fair amount of RF behind it, Dave. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. But yeah, this guy, Sean might remember him. He was an M3 something, and he lived on a boat. And yeah, he was just unbelievably strong. But and he used to say, "Oh, it's because I'm on the water." But no, I'm not having it. You know, it was too consistent. But do you remember him, Sean?
No, I don't. I genuinely don't. But look, I ain't really got a big problem with it, as long as what they're doing is reasonably clean and they don't rub your noses in it. But when you're parked up sort of 5 kcs below an M3 and you're getting splatter, you think, "Oi up, what's going on here, over?"
Oh, I know. And when I said Pontefract, did you know who I mean?
No, I don't.
Okay, right. Well, I'll send you a message. Oh dear. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll get off this subject because there'll be people listening and moaning about us. But yeah. So have you got the batten hatches? The hatches batten down, Steve. It's apparently it's going to get bad. But I was looking. Myself, Davey, and EBJ were looking at the weather. And we're going to get some like 60 mile an hour gusts in this area. You probably look yourself. But over in Norwich, coming off that North Sea, they're looking at 80 odd miles an hour, Steve, have they?
Oh, good God, that's not so good news. There's not a lot I can do here, Dave, to change that up. Having said that, I've only got wire antennas up in a small 2-meter Yagi. And I'll tell you what, something miraculous just happened. I was listening to you, and all of a sudden, literally like flicking a switch, your signal went from, say, 5.8 to 5.9 plus 20 instantly. A bit scary that. It doesn't feel like conditions. It felt like a bad connection on my antenna that day.
Well, you're the same because you've come up now, Steve. You came right up there to about 10, 15 dB over. So the band's all over the place. And it does change instantly, doesn't it? But I'm like you. I've only got the ZS6 up at the moment. The 160 meter end fed's down anyway, and that's it. I've nothing up for 2, so I've only got the wire. It's on a 40-foot mast, but you know I'm not going to lower it. I've got it guyed off. I don't think it'll go anywhere, but it survived the storms anyway early in the year as it is, so I don't think they're going to be any worse. Yeah, all good. All good. I was going to ask you something, Sean. I was going to comment on something you put on Facebook, a photograph you put on, but I'm trying to remember which one it was now. Over to you, Sean. G000Q, M0SKA group.
Yeah, okay, G000Q. Yeah, I put a lot of memories on Facebook, Dave. Unfortunately, it must get a bit boring now because I've not held a camera for about 3 or 4 years. But I have got an extensive back catalogue of what I think are really nice images, and we've had the lounge done out. I need to get some stuff framed up, you know, and on display. But there you go. I've done some nice dog portraits as well, studio type portraits, using studio lighting as well for friends. Yeah, I do like the photography, Dave. Listen guys, I'm going to wrap it up. The band's changing. I'm hearing everybody so far, but Steve went down to about an S4, S5 on that one. Davey went down even lower. So I'm going to duck out, and we got a couple of friends coming around shortly, so yeah, hopefully he'll bring he usually brings a 4-pack so we can have a beer, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll put it round to I think it's Dave's turn to take it. Nice to catch up with you all anyway, and I'll clear on this one from G000Q.
Yeah, Dave is had to clear. Sean, he's messaged me, he's had to clear, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, cheers, Dave. All the best for now. And Steve, no doubt we'll speak soon, yeah?
Yeah, 7-3's Sean, take care. Over to you, Steve.
Yes, okay. Yeah, catch you later, Sean. Your signals took a massive dive as well to me. So it wasn't a case of if, it's always a case of when, isn't it? All right, I'll catch you later, Sean, yeah?
Yeah, he's gone. Okay. Yeah, okay, Steve. I've had a message. Someone's listening, and he thinks that station I was on about on the boat was in Rye Harbour. If that rings any bells, Steve, over.
BBE?
I hope somebody's just called. No, I'm still no wiser, Dave.
Mike. Yes, hotel.
That sounds like Harry.
Oh, copy. Mike 3 Hotel, Juliet Hotel. And the Juno.
Yeah, are you there,
okay.
Steve? G0OGS.
G0OGS. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm not hearing you at the moment. But I think I'm going to jump out of here anyway, because conditions are very hit and miss at the moment. So I'll put it back to you, Dave, just in case you're still there, over.
Yeah, I'm here, Steve. I heard Harry calling, and I heard somebody. I think it was Duncan. Steve, over.
Oh, Duncan. Now, there's only one Duncan I know on here, Dave.
Yeah, 2-0, very bold Ed.
Yep, that's the one. I heard him the other day, actually, over.
Yeah, okay. Was that you, Duncan, over?
Yeah. It's very bold, Ed. Good afternoon, Steve. Good afternoon, Dave. Signal's pretty rubbish down here into North Devon, but I've got you both. Over to you, Dave.
Okay, Duncan. 2-0 BBE, M0SKA, 5 and 7. Then you jump to 5 and 9, Duncan. But the conditions are all over the place, Duncan. Anyway, hope you're well, over.
Yeah, fine, Dave. Yeah, you're 5 and 8, 5 and 9, 5 and 6. And Steve there, barely readable. And then he comes up a bit. But yeah, everything's good, Dave. I'm just waiting to pick Sue up from the hairdressers. And I turn on the radio and I hold your dulcet tones from 2E0, very bold head, over.
Oh, excellent. Well, yeah. Well, you're up there, Duncan. I can hear you. I'll put it up to Steve. He'll give you a report. Go on, Steve. It's your frequency, Steve, over.
Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, if you can hear me down there, Duncan, a big hello. You're not too strong with me at the moment, but again, it's just it's all to do with the roaring 40s, but I hope you're getting this transmission, and it's good to hear you, and a big hello to you, Duncan. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, Steve. Yeah, you're not very strong either. Conditions were really good yesterday, but today they're horrendous. A lot of background noise. You're about a 7. Dave's about a 9 and drops back to nothing. So, yeah, I'm not going to hang around, Steve. But good to hear you, mate. Hope everything's good with you. They've got we've got 100-mile-an-hour winds forecast for tomorrow, for Friday. So I'll probably be off the air for a couple of days because everything will bloody blow down, Steve, over.
Oh, right. Well, that doesn't sound too good at all, does it? Never mind. I suppose the good thing is that the wind turbines will be putting some energy back into the island. Oh dear, you can't win, can you? Yeah, you're very hit and miss. I got everything you said that time, Duncan, but you're very hit and miss. I think my signal's the same to you. It's just the band, isn't it? You know, it's there 1 minute and gone the next. But I might stick around for one more over. You're possibly hearing him better than me, aren't you, Dave?
Yeah, I've got Duncan about 5.7 to 5.9 with the QSB, Steve. So he's a bit further away from me. But when you mention the wind turbines, then you know they turn them off when the wind gets to a certain speed because they can't handle it, over.
Oh right. Why don't I feel surprised with that comment, Dave?
Well, there you go. It's all this green nonsense, isn't it? Absolutely diabolical. It's just an excuse for people to make money, over.
Well, this is it. I've said it on what they're doing with some of these cities. I mean, like in Birmingham, the middle of last year, they started the clean air zone. A lot of the locals, me included, call it the Con Air Zone. Obviously, it doesn't really affect me that much. London's had it for quite a period of time. I think the reason this green thing has become more prevalent is because they know how to make money out of it now, Dave, over.
Well, that's it. There's money to be made. And they can tax people and make things up, and it's just diabolical. And we get hammered with it. And it's not just us; it's everywhere in the Western world. You know, we're all the same. Could be worse. You could be in Canada with that idiot that's in charge.
Oh, it's okay. Oh my God, he's lost the plot. He has. What the hell is going on with the rest of the Commonwealth? I have no idea. Yeah, that Trudeau or whatever his name is, he's off his head. He's actually trying to these truckers. He's actually trying to freeze their bank accounts now. He's actually trying to invent new laws to say. I mean, you can only normally do that in the free world to terrorists and to big criminal organisations. I tell you what, Dave, he's lost the plot. Anyway, enough of that. Look, I'm going to jump out of here. Duncan, if you can still hear me, good stuff. I'll let you two have a natter, because I think you two can hear each other better. I'm sort of stuck in the middle, if you like. So I'll put it back round to you, Duncan, but I'm going to probably pull out of here. That's if you can hear me, of course, M0AOV G0 OGS group.
Yeah, no worries, Steve. Yeah, you clear off, mate. I'm going to go anyway. I've got to pick Sue up from the hairdressers in about 5 minutes. But yeah, conditions are lousy. And yeah, my brother lives in Canada. He lives in Bobcaygeon, just north of Toronto. And what he tells me about that lunatic over there, you wouldn't believe. But there we are. You know, I'm glad we live where we live, Steve. Anyway, you probably can't hear me, but have a great day, mate. I'll hook up with you sometime when conditions are better. And I'm going to pass it over to Dave, and then I'm going to say bye to Dave and go. Over.
Yeah, okay, Duncan. I'll just go back to Steve. Canada and Australia. Now, you wouldn't believe Australia, would you? How they've been, manipulated, or I don't know. I'm just so surprised at Australia and how they're, how things, you know, how they haven't kicked off at more. Steve, over.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. Quickly, Duncan. You came up to 10 dB then, over.
Yeah, you're up to 10 dB now as well, Steve. Weird old band, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think the secret is what you have to do. You have to say, oh, sod this, I'm going. Then conditions automatically get better, Duncan.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Anyway, Steve, I got to fly. Good to hear you. We'll catch up later. Lots to tell you about. Well, there isn't really, but we always find things to talk about. Enjoy. See you later, mate. And Dave, I'll catch up with you later. Best regards.
Yeah, you're 5 and 9 plus a little bit now, Duncan. Take care, mate. 2E0BBE, M0SKA, 73.
Yeah, 73's Dave. See you later, Steve.
Yeah, all the best. Look after yourself. Good to hear you, Dunk.
Yeah, and you, mate, as always. 2E0VV gone.
You're 5 and 9 plus now, Steve. And there's somebody keeps putting a carrier out, and it's so weedy. I don't know why he's bothering Steve, have you?
Yeah, I can hear some. Oh, yeah, I can hear it, but it's not really bothering me. It's good really because occasionally well, I do often actually. Get oblivious to all these silly little noises. It's a bit of a look. I'm not. What can I say? I'm quite happy about it in some ways, that somebody's doing it, because at least they're not out on the street messing around with children, Dave.
Well, this is it. Yeah, they're well, if they're annoying us, they're not annoying anybody else. So yeah, you're right there. But very odd people, Steve. Very odd society we live in. Okay, mate. Listen, I'll let you go. I'll have a tune round. I'll go and have a look up on 20 and around there. See if there's anything running. I don't think there will be, but you just never know. Steve.
Also 59. That's lovely. Right, doing the doing.
Je kunt mij ook inloggen met Oscar November 75 Echo Kilo Oscar. Kun je zo?
Oscar November 7 en dan?
Oscar November 7 5 Echo.
40 meters as well. At the moment you're 5 and 8, John. The name here is Jimmy. Japan, Italy, Mexico, Mexico, Yankee. And the QTH is in the outskirts of Glasgow. John, a wee town called Cumbernauld, over.
Yes, okay, Jimmy, M0AOV G432. Yeah, I've got a paper log, but I haven't got an electronic log, Jimmy. Yeah, WX, it's cleared and over and the wind's starting to get up down here, so I know you've had some bad weather up that part of the world. So let's hope it's not too bad for you. Yeah, I'm only running about 70 watts actually to the long wire. Still got the long wire, but I'm running a new radio today. It's the FTDX 10, the new one. I've moved on the 7300, the Icon 7300. Yeah. So takes some getting used to. So I'm not running full power at the moment. I'll break it in gently, Jimmy. Don't want to break my bells. No, I know. It's a lot going on in this box. and I've just added a duplexer to it. It's one we've recommended. It's the CF350, and you plug it in the main aerial socket because it's only got one, and the radio runs 4 meters, so I want to run 4 meters, so put that in. The HF in one side of the duplexer and the 4 meter in the other side are up to 4. I think it does 70 sems as well, but this, of course this rig doesn't do that. So it's...
I wrestle that on a daily basis, but on a regular basis. Nothing has any longevity. Dis, je crois qu'il vient, ok?
Pour le groupe, c'est Kilo India.
Ok Jean-Pierre, ça arrive bien, 8-9 hein. 8-9.
Italy 2 Victoria. Charlie Sierra. Sierra Mike 3 Echo Charlie Sierra.
OVJ. Windstorm, and what is it, like a one-day affair or several days? Or?
Well, if anybody's got time and they want to try 17 metres, at the moment, over the last couple of weeks, 17 metres has been really active with the States. So if you're into some DX, you've got a simple wire or anything. I'm just using a G5RV on 17, and they work very well, so give it a try. You never know what you can actually get. Mine's only up round about at the apex part, probably about 27 foot, and then down to about one side up to about 12 foot, and the other side down onto a fence and then across a fence, and it still works very well. That's my G5RV. It's what you can put up and get in your garden.
I'm not hearing much on the band here this morning.
Let's just go in a little bit more. Come off it. He's in Tennessee.
We're enjoying a nice bright sunny morning. Blue sky day here. Temperature is around about plus 4 degrees Celsius. My name is George. George is my name. George.
So not bad for an S5 at the moment. Let's see what else is on. Let's just open it up a little bit more. This guy here. Another one from the States. So there's a few on there. 15.
George DX, this is Lima Zulu 2, Victory Uniform, over.
Quite a few on.
So Echo 0 X-ray Mike Ocean 59. Thank you, Bob 73, all the best. Lima Zulu 2, Victor United, looking for DX, my beam beaming to stateside, QRZ.
I think he's just got a new tower, if I'm correct.
Kilo 1 Mike Whiskey
Just see
Hotel.
what-
You have a
roughly
nice
where he
signal
is.
59. The name is Julie, over.
My friend Boris, I'm sure he's just been to see him.
Okay, Morgan,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you
near
very
Westbrook.
much for the contact. All the best. Have a nice day and see you later. Bye-bye.
He just got a new tower. I think it's from
73,
Italy.
Lima Zulu 2, Vector United, looking to stateside. Where is that?
And
Mike 0 Echo Charlie Tango 59.
I've seen the pictures of his tower.
73, Lima Zulu 2, Vector United, looking to stateside. Where is that?
Probably about 80 foot.
Security XTQ,
So-
CQ Delta X-ray, my beam beaming to stateside. Lima Zulu 2, Vector United, calling and standing by.
He'll get some good DX once he's got his tower up as well.
This is
Or his
Lima
new one.
Zulu 2, Vector Uniform, London Zulu 2, Victoria United, calling security access, standing by.
That's right.
Oh.
Maximum Whiskey Osby. The name here is Victor Italy Charlie Tokyo Ontario Radio. I'm near Fuman, United Mexico, America, Norway, 15 kilometers south of Fuman. I am from village. I am from village. Kilowatt Mexico 4, India, America, Japan, United Yankee 2, Victor Mike. Good morning. Say me what your name? Okay, Robert. Bob, Bravo, Oscar Bravo. I get your name is correct. Thank you very much for 5 and 7. You're 5 and 7 too. 5 and 7 too. 73, Bob. All the very best. I sent for you specially from Ukraine. Stay safe and good health for you, for your family. Kilowatt Mike 4, India, America, Japan. United Yankee 2, Victor Mike 73.
Thank you so much for coming back. 2 Echo 0, Italy, Mike Alpha, N3EON, over.
So that's not bad. 2E0 going through to the States on 15. Quite a lot of Eastern Europeans and stateside at the moment on 15. So not a bad day really. From what I heard, there was some kind of flare over the last couple of days. So propagation's up and down. Lots of QSB. See what's on this. Not much. Check 11. Normally if I can hear anybody on 11, 10 metres should be open. Shouldn't be just there. So let's pop up to 10. Nobody from what I can see. Maybe 5 US. So it says. Let's pop up on 80.
G0AOZ.
Yeah, G0AOZ. Apologies for the call sign.
It's a brain problem at this end. It's because I was looking down the log and the next one below was an M. Anyway, G0AOZ from G8DVK for the final. Okay, Roger, thanks very much indeed. Interesting, by the way, your signals then over that at the beginning of that last over was plus 25. So
during the course of the afternoon, your signals have varied from plus 15 to plus 25. So huge range considering the short distance.
don't know if he
But
is on
anyway, there we are.
500.
That's what
712
propagation is all about.
500 or
Anyway,
712
Swishy 73.
600.
I probably will go and lower the mast later on, and then I can sleep easy, as they say, knowing that everything's
Come off, go back.
And likewise, I hope your aerials all remain safe. So with that, I shall close the net on behalf of the Harwell Amateur Radio Society's Midweek Club Net. Wish all stations 7-3 stay safe in these winds, and 7-3 to any shortwave listeners that may be listening. Okay, cheerio all from G8DVK.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. 7-3.
Cheers, Roger.
What is it? G8DVK. Hmm. 101 MP. That's what it says he's using there. So, let's see who else is on. Let's open this up again.
Okay, John, yeah, very no trouble at all. And, yeah, I've been doing a fair bit of experimenting and one thing and another, a little bit of work in progress. And, yeah, it's so, no, any report is quite favourable. I could probably try a different microphone at another time. But no, I mean, the actual radio is a Yaesu FT101, one of the original 101s. It's the later early model, if you know what I mean, about 1972, 73 vintage. And so getting on for 50 years old. And the microphone is a desk mic, the Yaesu YD148. So, no, interesting what you're saying there, John. Well, good luck with the ears and the hearing aid. Very good luck with that, John. G0OPA, G4FTL.
Alpha Fox Tango Lima G0OPA return. Okay, Gary. Well, look, Gary, you'll keep the frequency, Gary.
I'm just testing at the moment. I'm just going on to the bin, see what the effect's like. So I'm just using a pair of headphones at the moment to listen to everything on here. That's centered. So when you're actually listening through headphones or studio speakers or that, I've got those connected but I've not got them turned on. So I'm just using the headset. And that's centered. So if you've got your headphones on, right in the middle of your head, that's where you're listening. And then there, it sounds like they're on both speakers, or both sides of your head, left and right side, beaming the signal in that way. So you did get some good effects with that. Trying to remember what other radio I've got that actually does that. It could be my Flex. I can't remember. Sorry, my Flex is in Bulgaria with my other station there. I'm just using the Sun SDR2DX here. Absolutely brilliant radios.
Off, on and off every couple of days. It's got high winds and down again, so my wife's been giving me a wee bit of a hard time up.
Yeah.
I think that sounds a bit like Sabu. I only heard the yes, and it sounded a bit like Sabu. Might be, might not, might be somebody else.
Okay, Bruno.
No, somebody else.
Italy 01, Mike Kilo Delta Kilo 2 Whiskey India. Okay, you order 5 and 7, 100% copy here. Very fine modulation, Bruno. All the best for you. Thank you very much for the very nice contact.
and I hope to meet you again. Cheerio, bye-bye, Bruno. Italy 201, Mike. Kilo Delta, Delta Kilo 2, Whiskey India.
See who's the signal is.
over 9 binnen en Juliet Oscar 10 Romeo X-ray. Oké, bedankt voor de present, voor de QSO en succes nog. Bye bye.
Okay, you're speaking. It's 59 plus 20. 59 plus 20 here in my little village near.
Thanks very much, guys. I'm going to go off and clear, go and have a look in Google, see what it is.
Fire up now, lads. It's chilly. 7-3.
7-3, Dave.
Okay, that's the audio, guys. Don't know whether they've finished now, having a chat. Yeah, 40 metres is the most active, really, especially for into UK and that. Nobody that I can hear on 60. Back down on 20.
Okay, 5-9 for you, very strong signal, Jacek.
Italy Whiskey 3, Quebec, Tokyo, Germany.
YP0AR.
Buongiorno, buon pomeriggio, come stai? How are you? Okay, very strong.
Ciao Ferry, I'm fine, thanks
Ferry.
for right now, thanks for you. Carlo bought some virus from school and we'll got him in the family, but now everything is great and tomorrow I'm back to work. Ferry, but not today. It's time for radio. Good, Ferry. You're 10 to 15 over. I don't have much power and my antenna is not high, but no problem to hear you, my friend. Yankee Bravo 0, Alpha Radio, Italy Zulu 2, Zulu Sierra Fox, over.
Very good audio, very beautiful on the radio. You're very blunt guy with the 200 watts, not much power. Is 10 meter from the ground, Stefano?
No, negative, about 15 to 70 meter. It's half high.
Oh, yeah, very good. Where is Max? Max, not only in the morning, I see in the bedroom, looking from the bed.
I don't know, Ferry, I don't know where he is.
Roger, take 54, 73, all the best.
CQ14. CQ14. I'm sorry, 20. For CQ20, CQ20, CQ20. Italy 2, Victoria calling. CQ20, CQ20, CQ20. From Italy 2, Victoria. A special call, Italy 2, Victoria calling, standing by. Station Quebec again. I'm sorry, no copy. Again, Quebec.
Again.
Merci Jacques, merci Jean-Pierre, merci Michel. Ça passait très bien, il n'y a pas de problème, on s'est entendu. Daniel, je te fais la bise, ainsi qu'à Muriel, et puis...
meters, which is up at about 40 feet at its highest. So back to you, underway you're on any copying. Mike 7 Charlie Kilo Golf, G4JKQ.
forward CS 570D on a Hustler 5 feet TV, is it? 5 feet TV? Yeah, that one anyway. And running 10 watts, back to you.
Yes, okay. Just give me the name again, over.
Yeah, it's Lee. That's Lima Echo Echo. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, Lee. Yeah, I've struggled a bit. You peaked up to 5 for 5 when you called in, but you've gone down to about an S3, so it's going to be a struggle. Just give me a report as well, please, Lee, over.
Yeah, Roger. You're coming in at a 5, well, audio-wise on say 4, and but you're hitting me 9 anyway, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get that. Just give me the call sign again. Just the call. Sorry, just the report. Sorry, give me the report again, please, Lee, over.
Yeah, 7. You're coming in at 5 and 7. Back to you.
Yes, okay, Lee, 5 and 7. Thanks a lot, mate. Much appreciated. I won't hold it. It's a very difficult copy. So you take care, stay safe, and thanks for the quick contact. Perhaps work you under better conditions, Lee. Go ahead.
Your 0 Echo November Hotel there, Lee, over.
Yeah, Roger. Anyway, 7 3, no, that's further than so back to you.
Go ahead, Norman.
Yes, okay, Lee. Very good afternoon to you. You're about a 5-7 to me, Lee. 5-7. What's your location, over?
Newquay, Cornwall.
No, you've gone down into noise, Lee. I've lost you completely now. I don't know whereabouts you are. What sort of power are you using, over?
10 watts, back to you.
Yeah, okay. I think you said 10 watts. All right, Lee. Much obliged. 73. You stay safe. Have a good afternoon. G0 in H.
Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo.
Yeah, Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo. And there's several other stations. Thanks for the call. My name is Ted, and the call is Golf 4 Juliet Kilo Quebec. And also on frequencies, Norman G0 Echo November Hotel. G7 Lima Hotel Kilo G4JKQ and Company.
Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo. Very good afternoon to you, Ted and Norman. I worked you previously, Ted, back in July of 2020. Just bear with me a second. I've got my monitor on and it's feeding back. 1 second.
Good afternoon, Troy. Trust you well. Golf 0 Echo November Hotel.
Yes, very good afternoon to you, Norman. I'll give you a signal report on the next over, Norman. But Ted, you are 5-9 plus 10. 5-9 plus 10 into Sutton Coalfield there. Golf 0 Echo November Hotel. Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the group.
Yes, okay, Troy. How you keeping? You alright? What's the weather doing there? It's a little bit windy here. A little bit windy, but not so much as we was planned. But you're about a 10 over 9 to me, Troy. I don't know whether Ted has told you where we are. I don't think he has. We're about 12 miles northwest of the city of Leicester and the mining town of Colville. But as I say, you're 10 over 9. Right to you, Ted, over.
Yeah, okay. Hello, Troy. Nice to work you again. We're in Ibstock, which is just down on the A447. Not too far away, so I think signal strengths are a little bit immaterial because you're probably getting some ground wave. I don't know. You're just about on the edge of what I'd expect to get you on ground wave from here, because I used to, until the housing estate was built at the back of me here, I could actually see the mast of Sutton Coalfield, Troy. Running an FTDX 3000 into an ACOM 1010, running about 120 watts, Troy. G7 LHK in the group, G4JKQ.
G4JKQ, yeah, good afternoon, Ted. Running an ICOM 7100 this side into it's a Gemini DX 1200, and we're peaking at around about 300 watts. The antenna I'm using is a full-size Delta Loop for 40 meters. at about 30 feet above ground there, Ted. Back to you. G4JKQ in the group, G708HK.
Yeah, okay. What part of Sutton Coldfield are you in there, Troy, over?
Yeah, it's Four Oaks area, Ted.
Oh, right, okay. My brother, who's now a Silent Key, he used to have a shop in Four Oaks, just up the road from the big pub there. He used to have a shop called Sutton Carpets, about 4 doors away from the pub.
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, blimey. Trying to think of the pub name now. You got me on that one. Sutton Carpets. Was it Langham Carpets by any chance, or something like that?
No, it was Sutton Carpet Services, his company, and he also had a shop in Boldmere, over.
Right, yeah, I think I've come across them. That might have been some time ago, but yeah, I don't recall too many shops of late because it's all changed around there. It's mostly restaurants and bars now.
Well, it's been low for a while now. Nothing to do with the wind that we've had. I had a problem with my Yagi. My Yagi was moving around quite a lot, and I thought, oh, it's going to fall off the mast. So I lowered it the other day to investigate, and anyway, I found the problem. If the stub mast is moving inside the rotator, although I got a bolt going through it, it's still got a little bit of play, and it looks like it's moving a lot more than what it is actually moving, if you know what I mean. So that's it, Barry. Yeah, we're not too far away. I'm just up the road near Wrexham, in between Wrexham and Llangollen, running 400 watts and a low dipole. Name is Ian, I-A-N. Barry, go ahead.
Yeah, pleased to meet you for the first time, Ian. I don't think we've worked before. And I thought you were using a bit of power by your signal strength. And yes, we're having very high winds here in Worcester. We're not very far away, so there shouldn't be too much difference. But the clouds are scudding across the sky at a great rate, and there's some heavy gusts. And I'm also using a very low antenna, just a homemade dipole, and it's just 16 feet off the ground. But even so, it's swinging around quite a lot at the moment. And my station is vintage. I'm using vintage equipment. An old Kenwood TS520 SE from 1980. And a Heathkit linear, the SB200, which was built in 1966. That makes it, well, it's 55 years old now. And I'm running 400 watts as well. The conditions seem quite good for Inter-G on the 40 metre band at the moment, and I'm hearing a lot of very short distance stations, but you're the loudest on the band, Ian, by far. GW4 XLS G4HPD.
Yeah, okay, Barry, I'll give you a report. You're 20 over, you are, 20 dB. And fine on the 520. I think, yeah, did they do a 5? I think I might have had a 520, then I had an 830.
Okay, Troy. Yeah, a bit of a distance for you, really. Yeah, I got let down by my decorator who painted the house last summer, but I'm going to send him an email and just give him one more chance. If not, then maybe